and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl, and of course part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Leonard. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and a third down conversion.
Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's a carry for the fullback. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Man, that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Second down after that previous play. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Ball handed off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Seventh play of the opening drive. They've moved it, but now face a third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's got it. Enough for a first down. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Midshipmen. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Point after, up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Freeman. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick grab. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Direct snap to the back. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Catch made on the out route. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Makes a quick catch. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Physical run, breaking tackles. Stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down. And
he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And now the handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Navy is lined up quickly here. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Ball handed off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The ball near midfield. The offense going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back. The 4th down completion to the running back. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
No huddle here for the offense.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
You make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch, and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Warner. Snags the quick throw. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And he scores. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the extra point makes the lead 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Powerful running here. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. He reminds you on that play right there.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Football comes out. And the defense jumps on the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Here comes the Utah State offense out there. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. The gain makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a draw play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Motion now from the tight end. Looking to pass. It's Warner. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Touchdown, Utah State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Yeah, I know that this guy can make plays downfield, but Chris, how about this touchdown on fourth down? They throw it to him short. He not only picks up the first down, but with his wiggle and speed, he takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. Tailback with another carry. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Just exactly what you'd expect to see from Navy. Tough, physical running, and a first down to keep those sticks moving.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're going to run it. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And they finally stop him. The quarterback keeper picks up great yardage and a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Navy getting set with a 1st and 10 now. You give it to the big fullback here. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
They feed the fullback this time. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's shoved out of bounds about the 3.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Applying for the touchdown on the right side. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. The big fullback's got it here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy. That kind of execution, the long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
The extra point is good, but down by a touchdown, 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Utah State's offense back out on the field now. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And here comes a deep shot. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after. And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his back. With the catch, it's Bryant. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And he slings this pass over the middle. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
They look to throw it here on second down. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. And the defender will step out of bounds after the pick to wrap up the first half of play. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. Hector made it to 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. And the Aggies offense is back on the field now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about the defense on this play right here? Chris, they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense. It's pin in their ears to get upfield. But instead, it was almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
Catch made on the out route. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll use the ground game here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on
it. Important second down play coming up. And the runner takes off to his right. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And looking for a big play here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, midshipman. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out. It's Freeman. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Utah State offense out there. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. They'll try a pass here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Catch made over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Handoff to the back. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Utah State. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. When he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
The extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Utah State's offense back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. To throw, it's Warner. It's a quick grab. In the clear at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Man, with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Caught quickly. He's found some room at the 45. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Turner.
Well, let's give credit to the... Here, they went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Handoff heading left. Tackle, but first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Warner. Receiver makes the grab. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Aggies. This offense is still clicking. Now, just a brilliant game for this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Return it right down. Sets up the next drive. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate. Going for a big play downfield. And that ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Critical third down play for this offense right here. And now a carry here for the fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Hands off to the fullback. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Navy is lined up quickly here.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Second down play coming up. There's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut into this lead. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, You got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Now the back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
After the big loss on first down, it's second and goal, backed up. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Another nice run by this running back, and he's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
And out comes the field goal unit. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Finding some room at the 25. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Really nice run by the back, but I'm going to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
Here's a carry for the fullback. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll try the right here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. The defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size,
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. Crucial third down play after that completion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to scramble. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Point after, knocked right through. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.